is 0, that is the root of any function. So, what are the characteristics of a straight line? X is independent variable, y is dependent length, slope, c intercept, x is equal to root, the value at y is equal to 0. Monotonicity, either it is rising or falling or both, but for a straight line it is always monotonous, either it will be rising or falling, except the two cases, vertical line and horizontal line. Vertical lines we do not consider as a line. Vertical lines we do not consider as a line, actually that is not a function. Y is equal to c is it a function. Okay. And length is another thing, length, calculation of length, area below the curve. These are the roughly characteristics of straight line. And then we should able to transform these things, y is equal to m x plus c. I have done this already. From points, if they are given, you should able to do to transform it is in a function, and if a function is given, you should be able to do it, convert it in a point. And drawing these lines, you should practice these things. I will not spend time here. And these two is most important throughout this life, throughout our life. Two types of lines is most important for us, that is intersecting line and parallel lines. Anything we construct is comprised of intersecting and parallel lines. Suppose this book, this is a box sort of books. These books, if I want to draw, this will be one line, this will be another line, two parallel line, like that. This is line, this line is a parallel line, but this line and this line is intersecting line. So, you should able to very clearly construct this two. When you have a grip on these two, then you can construct anything. So, now we are also learned how to plot points in Excel, and then coming non-linear system. Non-linear system, when these formulas I have given, a x square plus b x plus c x cube, and by seeing these formulas you can, I think, gauge the shape of these lines. गुंजश कौन है? गुंजश और गुंजास. आप आइए, यू ड्रॉ दिस फर्स्ट लाइन. How this a x square plus b x plus c line will be looking roughly? नेक्स्ट आप इन करने के बाद roughly how this line will look. First one, okay. आप ट्राई करेंगे? आप हाँ ठीक है, चलेगा. दूसरा करिए, साइड में करिए. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. नहीं चलेगा, क्लियर आइडिया है. यही है. आप व्हिच वन इज एक्सेप्टेबल टू यू? सेकंड वन, एवरीबॉडी एग्री. ओके, आप आइए. सेकंड फार्मूला. Very good. Agreeing? Second formula. Raise your hand. Who is agreeing on that? Not agreeing? Huh? अच्छा, ठीक है, no issue. This will be cubic function. Then what will be the shape of this to the power 4? आप आइए. Third one. No पता है. Okay, no issue. So आप आएंगे. ठीक है, ठीक है. Anybody having clear idea about these shapes, how these shapes will be? Can anybody explain by looking these formulas how this shape will be that graph or that function? Anybody having clear idea? Raise your hand. Explain.
जो फर्स्ट इक्वेशन है वो क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है. अगर उसके दो रूट हो सकते हैं उसके मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल. अगर दोनों इक्वल है तो जो एक्स एक्सिस पे सिर्फ टच करेगा कर्व, और अगर दोनों रूट्स है उसके डिफरेंट हुए तो इंटरसेक्ट करेगा, जो भी सेकंड फिगर अभी बनाया था. और अगर दोनों रूट एग्जिस्ट नहीं कर रहे, इमेजनरी रूट्स है, तो पूरा कर्व एक्स वाई प्लेन पे होगा, वो कहीं पे इंटरसेक्ट नहीं करेगा एक्स वाई में.
एंड व्हाट विल बी द सेकंड वन?
और सेकंड क्यूबिक है उसमें इसमें इसका थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड होता है क्योंकि उसमें स्लोप देखना पड़ता है. dy by dx.
Just I am telling a simple thing. You just see any algebraic function. These are called algebraic functions. Okay, polynomial function sort of thing. If the power is odd, then it will rise and then it will rise, or fall, or it will fall. What does it mean? If it is odd function, it will rise, again it will rise. This I mean it is a starting point, here also I mean a starting point, rise. End will be rising, here also rise, fall, again rise. Or what will happen? Fall, again rise and fall, these two shapes. Either this is also possible, this is also possible, because it will require 3 x to the power 3. Okay. So, any odd function it will be same. If it is 5, then how it will look like? Simply five means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roots, x to the power 5, but end points will be same. Same means rising and rising, or falling and falling, is not it? And for even power,
coefficient of x square positive or negative.
is not it? And if it is 2, it will cut 2 points. Suppose this is the point here and here. If it is 4, like that end points. If it is or it can be like that. Okay. So, depending on this power, you can just visualize the shape of that graph. If it is positive, then it will rise and fall, and then rise fall and rise like that, and if it is odd then rise and fall, rise and rise and fall and fall. And what happens many times this curve may be, so there will be no roots, but there will be always roots, there will be no real roots, there will be 4 roots, but there will be no real root. So, there will be 4 imaginary root. Similarly, for all other cases also, sometime it may not cut any single root, but odd functions must have one real root. Even function may not have any real root, but odd function will have, because it has to come down one. So, characteristic of straight line we have seen. Now, we are discussing about the characteristics of curved lines, and you see majority of them are common. X is independent variable, y is dependent variable, slope earlier it was constant, but now slope is changing, and c is intercept, that is also depends on that. And there may be for straight line intercept is 1, but here intercept also 1. Intercept, how many intercept will be there in straight line and curved line? Intercept intercept
So depends on the curve.
function.
Yeah, function, sorry.
Okay. So, can there be multiple intercept?
Yes.
Can you show any graph with multiple intercept?
If there is a circle and it's cutting
And that there is a confusion. Actually, circle is not a function.
Okay, so like don't complete that circle, at least make it a little C type.
First requirement for a function to be a function 1 to 1. For single x there will be single y. So, intercept, how many intercept can be there? 1.
Okay.
No ambiguity. So, there is a actually confusion, because x square plus y square is equal to r square. This is circle, circle is a function, but actually it is not a function, and there is some ambiguities are there. Those are called implicit functions, and in definition there is some difference again. But roots can be many depending on the powers. If it is 4 power, 5 power, then it will be having that many roots. Monotonicity, it can be both rising or falling. A straight line either rising or falling. A straight line both cannot be there, but in this nonlinear system it can be rising and falling. Then there will be bends, and then turning points. Every bends there will be a turning point, point of inflection, radius of curvature, asymptotes, maxima, minima, concave, convex, 1 to 1 corresponding. This is the 1 to 1 corresponding. Monotonicity, inverse, multi-valued, single valued, explicit, implicit. Here explicit and implicit. Here actually algebraic function, there are expressed in explicitly or implicitly. And have you any idea about this? What is the difference between implicit and explicit? Dependency means who is dependent on what?
Implicit is dependent.
Huh?
Implicit is independent.
Independent we cannot say. It is not means defined clearly who is dependent on whom. It can be x, maybe looks like x is dependent on y, or y can be dependent on x, like that. But explicit functions, it is always y is dependent on x, like that.